Truthfully, Fields of Mistria was pretty low on my games to play list because I was thinking that this game was just another run-of-your-mill farming games. You know, running around, harassing NPCs to marry you, digging into garbage cans for dinner, and I don't know, eating dirt. And I already played hundreds of hours of Stardew Valley, so I was thinking how different could this possibly be? So when I finally decided to take the plunge and play Fields of Mistria, I wasn't prepared for getting absolutely, utterly obsessed with this game. Like lying awake in bed at night thinking about how I'm gonna decorate my farm obsessed. And so when I finally hit make a new game, nothing could have prepared me for the journey I was about to embark on and how life-changing it would be. The game opens during a rainy night where we meet the brother and sister duo, Adeline and Eland, who are currently discussing the state of their village after a disaster unfortunately struck. Oh, they're so cute! I obviously was already getting lost in the cuteness sauce. Once I tore my eyes off of the cute graphics and back onto the conversation at hand, I listened as Adeline outlined a revitalization plan that would dig the town out of its current state of disrepair. There was only one problem though. They needed someone desperate enough to rough it out and help them fix the town. And who would want to do that for free? Just move to the middle of nowhere to do hours and hours of unpaid labor. That's it! The old farm south of town? Why don't we send a notice to the Adventurers Guild in the capital? Surely someone out there will agree to aid the town in exchange for land with such potential? Oh, wait. I think I might be the desperate person here. You know what? At least we get a farm out of it. But before I can go see my newly acquired farm, hopefully it's not too bad, I need to create my character. And oh boy, was I excited when I saw my options. I do like the long, oh God, this is a lot. Wow. This is a lot. I don't think I've ever seen that many color options in my life. And of course, I think I spent like a quarter of the stream looking through everything. I mean, I can't help it. It's like some unhinged part of my brain just locks into character creation. Raise your hand if you've also spent an ungodly amount of time in the character creator, more so than you've actually played the actual game, so I know that I'm not alone. And then no pants, just for the vibes. Not the underwear, that's crazy. You can wear the underwear? What a funny way to make an introduction. Like, hi, I'm new to town. It's so unhinged. But finally, I managed to finish creating my character and officially started the game. With pants. Oh my God, it's so cute. Oh, who is this? Why, hello there, mysterious man who leapt over a broken bridge to come meet me. I was already kind of low-key obsessed with him, and definitely not because he reminded me of Hal from Howl's Moving Castle. But oh boy, if I thought I was obsessed now, I did not know who else was waiting for me in that town who would sink their little talons into my mushy little brain. I would find out that this hot, mysterious man's name is Balor, and like a gentleman, he offers to walk us the rest of the way to our new farm, because some of the roads and bridges are still affected by the disastrous earthquake that hit town. Okay, sure. Take me away, Balor. I love how I've only just met this man and I'm already trusting him. Like, he could be a serial killer and lead me to his serial killer lair for all I know. Okay, that might be too big of an assumption, but I need to stop watching true crime shows. It's ruined my perception of the world. Anyway, by the time we arrived at my farm, the sun had already crested below the horizon line, making it a little hard to see, but we did manage to see Island waiting for us. And how could we miss him? The man is bright pink. Doom, welcome, welcome. I'm Island. It's wonderful to meet you. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right. Is it Island or Eland? I still to this day have no idea on how to pronounce his name, so please correct me in the comments. I will be pronouncing it as Eland for the rest of the video, so please don't roast me too hard for it. You're in good hands, Skylark. I'm off to the inn. It's been a long day and I need a hot meal. See you around. Bye. See you later. Please come back. Obviously, I have a problem, but I have a weakness for dark, mysterious men, okay? Can you blame me for that? After Balor leaves us, I look wistfully after him planning our future wedding in my head, but Eland snaps me out of it by showing me around my new plot of land, and honestly, it's not bad, especially comparing to what you get thrown into in Stardew Valley. Oh, okay, maybe I spoke too soon. I think I just got scammed. But before the horror can truly set in, Adeline shoves us out of the doors faster than the speed of light, and before I can even ask Adeline what on earth she was doing in that crusty, dusty house, she reappears and literally blows my mind. Okay, are you ready for us now? How much work could she have gotten done within like 2 seconds? Oh, magic could be the only explanation to how she took a shack that looks like it came straight out of a horror film and turned it into every cottagecore girl's dream, aka my dream. And in that moment, I realized that magic was real in this universe and started concocting what I could do if I got my grubby little hands on it. I mean, imagine what I could do with it. All the crops that I want, no worrying about cleaning my house, you know, blasting someone with fire if they make me angry, world domination. Sorry, I got carried away there. Just ignore me. I'm not evil or anything. Anyway, after a brief tour of my new place, Adeline and Elin take their departure, promising to speak to me tomorrow about my job and the plan for the town's restoration. Great! I cannot wait to provide free labor to my new overlords. Okay, I feel like that was a little too mean of me. They wouldn't make me do all the work alone and with no pay. I mean, right? There's lots more people in town. I'm sure that won't be the case. Before I could dwell too much more on that thought, I went to sleep in my new cozy bed, ready to start my first day in Fields of Mistria. Oh, we get to start playing. Fantastic. Oh yeah, the game has finally given me the reins. What chaos shall I start today? Maybe I can go see Valor again. Okay, let's see what I'm working with today. Apparently the game must have sensed that I was up to no good because I get another cutscene where I am introduced to Celine, our new neighbor. She gives us a warm welcome and gives us some free equipment to start out our farm. And I don't know about you, but I'll never turn down free stuff. I'm gonna need all the help that I can get to fix up this town and make sure that I have enough money to survive. If you want to expand your field size though, you'll need a shovel. They're available at my family's general store. Yeah, bring that cash money. Oh, okay, I spoke too soon. Of course, this is just a marketing tactic. Am I just another person in your capitalist scheme, Celine? I thought we were gonna be friends. The flames of betrayal smoldered in my mind, and the sensation of it started to remind me of a situation with a certain character of another video game that I played. The feeling was all too familiar. I'm watching you, Celine. After that awkward moment, something shocking catches our attention. Oh? Another handsome man? Oh no, how am I gonna survive this? Hayden, you almost galloped straight into poor Skylark. Hayden, feeling bad about almost running me over, gives me a watering can and some turnip seeds as an apology, which I happily take because I'll take all the free stuff I can get, seeing as I'm just a broke farmer. See, Celine, this is how you give people free stuff with no strings attached. After both Hayden and Celine give me a few farming pointers, they bid me farewell and point me in the direction of where Adeline is in town. Before I head off to find Adeline and find out what kind of work I'll be doing to restore the town, I quickly plant the turnips Hayden gave me. Because a girl has to make money somehow. We currently only have $50 to our name. How will I decorate my house if I have no money to buy cute furniture? Oh, hello. Hi. Hi. That's a nice gem you have there. It would be a shame if something happened to it. Anyway, I have no idea why I said that. Girl, I'm trying to romance Valor, not rob him. I don't think he would appreciate that. Why am I like this? Maybe it was the desperation of making money so then I would have more than $50 to my name. It was just getting to me, I don't know. So after getting distracted, I managed to find my way into town. There, Adeline was waiting for me, and girl, were you just standing there all morning waiting for me to show up? Anyway, she shows me around town, first taking me to the request board. She explains there that I could pick up requests for some extra cash, and boy am I gonna need it if I want my cottagecore dreams to come true. She also explains to me that Mistria's renown level has gone down by 2 ranks since the earthquake and has continued to plunge. This puts the town in a precarious position because the more renown you have, the more aid and support you get from the capital. Which in hindsight seems a little cruel because like what happened with this town who actually needs the support, if something catastrophic happens, your renown goes down, which takes away the support they need to rebuild. So I guess it's my top priority to help out raising Mistria's renown. Also, Adeline did mention I would be getting rewards for every level I raise, and I'm totally doing this out of the kindness of my own heart and not because of the rewards. That's definitely something I would do. I'm a very kind person and definitely not greedy or anything. The first request I pick up is of course from Adeline. Conveniently, her request was my only option and it ended up being an introvert's worst nightmare. Objective, introduce yourself to all the townsfolk and then talk to Adeline. Okay, if this was real life, I would have packed up all my stuff so fast and just booked it out of town. Farming and rolling around in the dirt was fine, but talking to people is where I draw the line, which is ironic now that I'm thinking about it because I stream and make content. But no, we're not gonna think about that. Seeing as I had no other option, I went on my merry way to introduce myself to all 22 villagers. And let me tell you, I had no idea about the drama that was about to unfold. Speaking of drama, because of you guys, I blew my subscriber goal for the year out of the water. When I uploaded my last video, I had 24 subscribers and now I have over 2,000, which it's insane. Like, thank you guys so much. But now I need to have a new goal. And you know what? I'm gonna be delusional and say my new goal is 4,000 by the end of the year. We only have a month left, but maybe we can do it. I just wanted to thank you guys for watching my videos. It means a lot to me. So if you're enjoying this video and not subscribed yet, I would love it if you would. I have a lot of cool content planned. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stop rambling now. I'm sorry. Let's get back to the video. I go inside the general store and meet the quirky shop owner named Holt and his wife, Nora. While Holt is nice, Nora seems to be the real brains behind the operation. She mentions to me that if someone can fix the bridge leading into town, then the Saturday market can return, and we could buy a lot of clothing and furniture from the vendors. She must have seen my avid need to buy cute outfits and furniture and preyed upon that. And well, it worked. I need to decorate my farm, okay? I continue to introduce myself to the rest of town. Everyone was super friendly for the most part. Is that right? Well, Skylark, you can call me Juniper. I recently opened the one and only bathhouse in this backwater village. Anyway, please stop in often. By the look of it, you can certainly use it. Oh God! Okay, listen, I know I was talking about rolling in the dirt earlier, but I wasn't actually serious. I'm not covered in dirt. Am I? Okay, no. I feel like she's preying on my insecurities to use her bathhouse. I have got my eye on you, Juniper. Unfortunately for me, that was not the last of the bullying that would go on. I walk out of the bathhouse, scrubbing my face, hoping to get any dirt off that Juniper saw, my ego completely deflated. I made my way to the blacksmith and talked to Ulrich, a very friendly and buff man, and then I turned to meet his brother. And who are you? Oh, he looks sassy. Are we gonna have problems? The name's March. What do you want? I'm Skylark, the new farmer in town. I don't see what that has to do with me. Excuse me? Is that how you treat a new neighbor? At that moment, I was seething. First, I got made fun of by Juniper, and now this? I couldn't stand for it, which is why I think I jumped to extremes at that moment. Just don't get in the way. Oh, you're joking! Oh, put your fist up! What's your name? What's your name? I wanna know your name. March. March your way to your death, more like. Put your fists up, let's go. Okay, no, enemy number one today. Yeah, you hear that, March? You can't get away with treating me like that. I couldn't figure out why he would be so rude to me. It was gnawing at the back of my head for the rest of the time introducing myself to the other villagers. What was his deal? Maybe he was jealous of my hair? Because listen, I can sniff out a fake redhead from a mile away. I saw those eyebrows you were trying to hide behind your coconut head haircut, loser. By the time I made it to the museum, my anger had cooled down enough to make listening to the museum's curator, Errol, without thinking of March easier. Errol tells us that we can donate items to the museum for rewards and extra renown. And you know me, I instantly jumped on it. I'll always need a monetary incentive to do any kind of work. I finally finished Adeline's request to talk to all the villagers, and when I went to go meet her at her house, I realized just how rich she is. Dang girl, if you wanted the town fixed so badly, why didn't you just pay for it? You're like loaded. I unfortunately didn't get the answer to that very important question. Adeline congratulates me for completing my first request and gives me my meager reward of $100 and 3 potato seeds. And of course, when I went to leave, I made a huge mistake while snooping around her mansion. Oh, she's loaded. Okay. Can I play the piano? Oh, I didn't mean to water the piano. I didn't mean, okay, no, it wasn't me. Run, it wasn't me. Listen, a little water wouldn't hurt her piano, right? Well, if anyone tries to arrest me for destroying private property, maybe I can just blame March. After running so fast my legs felt like they were gonna fall off, I stumbled into the general store expecting to buy as many seeds as my little arms could carry, but I ended up uncovering some very juicy gossip. Strange. The latest delivery received from Valor wasn't the price we were expecting. Somehow it was lower. How is that possible in this market? You don't think... No. Never mind. I'm sorry, but you can't just leave me hanging like that. A mystery is like catnip to me. You can't just dangle that in front of my face and expect me to not do anything about it. I had to know the deal with Valor, Why is that man so mysterious? What is he hiding? But I had no time to figure it out, seeing as the day was about to close out and I had a boatload of new seeds to plant. The sooner I planted those seeds, the sooner I would get money, and we really needed it now that I only had 15 bucks to my name. As I tucked myself into bed, the weariness from a day rolling around the dirt and making enemies finally lulled me to sleep. As I closed my eyes, I could feel the oncoming obsession start to sink its little talons into my brain, but I had to resist. I couldn't let it win this early. The game still needed to prove itself to me. I woke up the next morning feeling refreshed, but that good feeling would not last long. Ew. Hey, why is his birthday so close to mine? Get away from me, loser. I have to share my birth week with that freak? Today was not going off to a good start. And to make matters worse, nothing could have prepared me for what I was going to see when I walked outside. Ah, good morning, Skylark. When I was here the other day, I noticed something suspicious about this tree. I believe it's covering old stonework. As head of the Historical Society, I thought I'd investigate, but this old bark is proving to be surprisingly tough. Really, Eland? We're already setting the precedent of me doing everything around here, I see. At least he had the decency to provide me with an axe. I chopped down the tree to reveal a headless dragon statue. What on earth is that doing in my yard? Before I could get too worried, Eland explains that this statue is of Calderis, a mythical guardian of Mistria. Shame about the head, but with a little help from the newest member of the Historical Society, I think we can see him as good as new. Oh my gosh, leave it up to me to do everything around here, why don't you? And apparently I have the strength of a mountain troll because how in the world did I lift that huge rock? I would have had to hold it with one hand and glue it back with the other. I guess my 2 days of farming really paid off. I mean, hey, if you want to get buff, start a farm, I guess. After I successfully glued the head back on, Elin takes his leave and actually lets us keep his rusty old axe. How kind of you. As I watched him leave, I had no idea what was going to happen to me because I fixed that statue. With the weirdness of the morning over, I went to work doing my daily tasks and got a letter from Errol requesting for me to meet him at the museum to, of course, check out a new incentive to donate items to the museum. Listen, I know this town needs a lot, but could someone just talk to me because they want to get to know me, not to get free labor out of me? But before I can head off to the museum, I had to pick up the reward to raise our renown level because what is more important than helping restore a town? Money. While by the request board, I picked up a few requests, seeing dollar signs in my eyes. One of the quests, though, was from Ulrich, who promised to give me a free pickaxe if I came to speak to him. And you know me, I love free things. Stupid March, I hate him. Hello? Going to the blacksmith was making some unpleasant feelings arise again, but I did my best to shove them away as I greeted Ulrich. Thanks for taking my request, Skylark. Now where did I put that pickaxe? Oh, we're back here, okay. Oh, that's right. I wanted you to have my old pickaxe. Breaking rocks is a great way of getting toned. These days, I help out my little bro, March, around our family forge. He's a great blacksmith, but, he's a little, well, not like great with other people. Oh, of course he just happened to be here. This little weasel, were you eavesdropping on us? How convenient you stepped outside right when we started talking about you. Huh? What are you doing here? Don't you keep up? I'm here by special request. Oh, if getting a handout from my brother counts as a special request? I'm not sure I'd go bragging about it. Whoa, those are fighting words. I might be slightly greedy, but it's not a handout. It's an investment. An investment because people know that I can get the job done, unlike you, March. Before I could even get a rebuttal out, March storms out of the room, leaving Ulrich and I standing in an awkward silence. Sorry, he doesn't mean it. I think he means it. Ulrich, I think he means it, to be honest. So, as for my favor, if you could, give March a chance, that'd be way cool of you. He doesn't have a lot of friends. Oh yeah, I wonder why he doesn't have friends. After that awkward conversation, I stepped outside wondering where things went so wrong for me. What's up with that? What happened? Did one of them suck up all the nice genetics and not leave the other one anything? I had been in Mistria for just over a day, and it seemed like I had just made a lifelong enemy. Sorry, Ulrich, but March would have to prove himself to me if he was going to be my friend. I am not signing up for that kind of daily psychological abuse. Trying to get my mind off of that awkward situation and March, I decided to test out my new pickaxe and axe. Clearing out all the extra stone and wood lying around, I was feeling feeling pretty proud of all my hard work, but then suddenly I realized during all of the commotion with March, I totally forgot about meeting Errol at the museum, so I ran over there as fast as I could. And imagine my disappointment when once again all we talked about was the donation goal for the museum. Like, Errol, you had me come all the way out here just for you to repeat yourself? Do you have dementia? Anyway, at least he paid me after a conversation, so that's good. Speaking of money though, I turned in Juniper's request for chestnuts and got a pretty nice reward. Oh, I can learn to cook. Chestnut fritters. I can sell that for 240 bucks? Okay. I think you can practically see the dollar signs that were in my eyes at that moment. A Ballard! Keep an eye on the request board. I occasionally post jobs that are more suited to an adventurer like yourself. I can assure you that they'll be lucrative for both of us. Yeah, sure. Anything. Ah, a businessman. Ballard, two great minds think alike. But unfortunately, March was still on my mind. I couldn't stop thinking about his stupid, smug expression as he accused me of taking handouts. That ended up being the least of my worries though, because when I went to bed that night, I was faced by something truly shocking. Who is this? Well met, mortal. This is a weird dream. Mortal, this is not a dream. Please do not make me regret this conversation. Could this take it any weirder? Apparently, that being I just made a fool of myself in front of is Calderis, the guardian of Mistria. You know, that statue I helped Elin fix earlier that day? Totally not intimidating or anything. Calderis tells us that his mind is still foggy, but he is certain that magic has begun to flow in Mistria again. And wait a minute, does that mean I get to wield magic? Oh yeah, look out, March. You might find yourself on fire at some point, because now I have magic. I need you to collect this essence and offer it at my shrine so that I may regain my strength. Oh, okay, I guess I'm just getting scammed again. Even though it seems like I won't have the ability to fly and set March's hair on fire, I can collect essence to get myself some perks in the skill trees. Thanks, magical, mysterious dragon dude. Calderis lets us know that he's tired and that we should speak to him tomorrow at his shrine. And dude, you think you're tired? You just jump scared me while I was supposed to be peacefully sleeping after a long, hard day of work and being insulted by March. You are infringing on my beauty sleep here. The next day, I woke up feeling exhausted, but managed to pull myself out of bed to check my mailbox, only to discover that Adeline has more work planned for me. Great. Maybe she'll actually pay me this time. And I got so focused on speaking to Adeline and collecting my rewards for the town rank, I totally forgot to speak to Calderis that morning. Whoops, sorry dude, but that's what you get for rudely interrupting my beauty sleep. I'm sure whatever he has to say to me isn't that important, right? Hi, Juniper. I know what you're thinking. I wasn't expecting to spend my hottest years in this podunk town, but here I am. Oh, just me? I don't know what I was expecting when I talked to Juniper, but it wasn't that. We do love a self-assured queen though. Anyway, when I made my way over to the bridge, Adeline and a few other townsfolk were already waiting for me there. Hey Skylark, we were just getting started. Adeline, you know I'm up for it, but this is a big project. Apparently, the project that Adeline needs my help with is the reconstruction of the bridge that was destroyed during the earthquake. With it being destroyed, no merchants can come into town, and that means no goods for the town and no pretty clothing and furniture for me. And of course, we don't have the funding to get the resources to rebuild the bridge, so guess who gets to take on that responsibility? Yup, me. So now I'm on the hook for 60 pieces of stone and wood, which is a lot considering my stamina is so low and I think I only have a handful of each material in my chest at home. But I couldn't say no if I wanted new pretty merchandise to buy, and I also didn't want to look bad in front of Ballard since his job also hinged on the bridge being rebuilt since he can't use his wagon to transport merchandise. So I couldn't say no. We're counting on you. Of course it all falls on my shoulders. I should have known. At least I'm getting paid for this, I think. Well, it's too late to back out of it now. I immediately went to work chopping down any tree I could see. No tree was safe from me. Though I couldn't help but feel bad because I was technically destroying the local forest, but it was for a good cause, right? Hello, enemy. I know you just arrived, but I wouldn't get too comfortable. Oh my god, he's planning on getting rid of me! What is this jerk's problem with me? I couldn't figure it out. So I did what any sane person would do. I broke into his room to snoop.
I'll just go through your closet. It smells nice, like cedar wood and sage.
Wait, why am I smelling his closet? There is something wrong with me. Stupid, stupid, stupid. I think I need to get some therapy. March's room was surprisingly not suspicious. The only interesting thing that he had was a collection of trophies and awards. I don't know what kinds of awards they were. Most likely the biggest jerk award or man everyone wants to fling into the sun award. I left his house clueless, but I wasn't gonna let him stop me and try to ruin my fun. I set out to finish gathering the resources needed to fix the bridge just so I could rub that accomplishment in his big, stupid, dumb face. By the time I went to bed, I made a good dent in the resources I needed to gather and went to bed exhausted. And thankfully, no mysterious dragons would visit my dreams that night, giving me the full night's sleep I desperately needed. The next morning, it seemed like the universe finally decided to take pity on me because it was raining. That means I won't have to waste like half of my stamina on watering all my plants because I am greedy and want to sell as many as possible. I can now dedicate my entire stamina bar to gathering wood and stone. I gathered as much as I could and spent the rest of the day turning things into the museum and picking up a few requests, one of which led to me receiving my very first bug net from Luke. Now I can finally catch bugs and turn them into the museum. Truth be told though, in real life, I would have immediately moved out of town if they wanted me to catch bugs. That's where I draw the line. Listen, if a spider is in the same room as me, it's over. That room is now that spider's. I can't do anything about that. Sorry.
Achoo! Sniff! He just sneezed in my face.
The spark I felt with Balor quickly fizzled out as his gross sneeze germs hit my face. I was thoroughly disappointed and honestly a little disgusted. What the heck, Balor? That was so rude. He didn't even apologize to me. After that, I immediately went home and scrubbed my face clean and started the next day determined to finally finish collecting the resources for the bridge. I was so close to being done with that whole thing. Before I could get very far, I found a letter in the mail from Raina, the innkeeper's daughter, inviting me to come over that night because every Friday the whole town gathers and has some fun. Finally, someone wants to be my friend and doesn't insult me or sneeze in my face. I was ecstatic. Also, she offered me a free drink. How could I say no? I continued on with my daily routine, buzzing in excitement for the night to come. And that extra energy helped me finally gather all the resources needed to finish the bridge.
It's time! Let's get this bridge repaired. Yeah, there we go.
Now that the bridge is fixed, the Saturday market can return and I can buy myself some cute furniture. Things are really coming together for me. Take that, March. Wait a minute. Where's my money? I only got 20 renown. Adeline scammed me. What the heck? Frankly, I was devastated. The only thing that was keeping me from finding the largest cliff and rocket launching myself off of it was the promise of a fun night at the inn with Raina. It's gonna be like a party. Oh my gosh, everyone's here! When I walked into the inn, the party was in full swing. I walked past Adeline giving her the stink eye, like, girl, you're rich. You couldn't even give me $1 for my hard work? What's going on here?
You made it! What did I tell you? It's a full house. Why don't you go around and see what everyone's up to? And oh, here's your free drink.
Raina is my favorite person here. She's nice to me and she actually follows through on what she says. After speaking with Raina, I bumped into March and I was expecting him to dampen my mood, but then this happened.
Skylar, come here. I'll let you in on a little secret. You're not so bad. What was I saying again?
I was astounded. At that moment, I felt the walls I built around my heart crack. Could I actually? No. I don't like March. Come on now. I'm not that easily manipulated. You won't fool me, March. I'm still on to you. My heart pounded uncomfortably in my chest as I ignored my confusing feelings. I made my way over to another table where a few people were playing a strategic card game, and for some reason, Ulrich was beating them all. He might not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but at least he's lucky. I then went over to the next table and oh my gosh, this is the best table of them all.
Welcome to our inaugural session of Dragons and Drama. Oh my god, Dungeons and Dragons!
I love me some D&D. I was so excited these were my people. And there was an empty seat next to Balor just calling my name. I was already starting to come up with character concepts, getting super pumped, and then my heart broke when I realized they didn't invite me to join them. I just had to stand there watching as they all played one of my favorite games. How could they do this to me?
Is this what I get for arriving late to the cards table? I have no idea what's going on or why everyone keeps calling me Snickle Fritz.
They invited people who didn't even know what they were doing? Even Balor didn't invite me. Balor was on his second strike for me. I could forgive sneezing in my face, but this was a major betrayal. As I marched upstairs fuming, I happened to find the town's kids huddled in a corner whispering amongst themselves.
The coast is clear. Now, before we tell you anything, you have to pinky swear you won't tell anyone because we're planning a heist. Luck is the brains, Stella's the brawn, and I'm the face. And our target is Mr. Balor. His secrets? More precisely, why does he always keep his door locked? Is it because we keep trying to go in there uninvited? We're gonna find out. Meet us here next week.
Okay, these kids now have my attention. Like I said before, I cannot resist a mystery. Why else do you think I'd commit to 100%ing every single Nancy Drew game there is? And we do have to admit, Balor is quite the mystery. Like what the shop owner said before, how is Balor selling all of his merchandise at so low of a price? Maybe if I can break into his room, I can find some answers. Unfortunately, I would have to wait until the following week for the next step in the plan, but I was willing to wait, despite my glaring need to solve the mystery. Soon after that, I decided to call it a night, and the next morning, a huge surprise was waiting for me in my mailbox. The Saturday market is finally back in town. This means I can now buy cute furniture. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. I also got a letter from Elin asking to meet him and Errol to discuss reopening the mines. The mines, you say? I yearn for the mines. Unironically, mining is my favorite part of these kinds of games. Nothing compares to adventuring down into a dark and damp cave to try and mine ore with one hand while simultaneously trying to fight off monsters with the other. Nothing could get better than that. Before going to find Elin and Errol, I went to the Saturday market, and it's not like I could miss it even if I wanted to. It's like in the middle of town. I started mingling with everyone and went to introduce myself to the new merchants, only to discover something truly depressing. Everything is so expensive! Now I'm really side-eyeing Adeline for not paying me. What the heck? Don't you know I want my farm to look cute? It could become a tourist attraction in town. Just think about the benefits here. At least Nora, the general store owner, paid me $200 for just talking to the new merchants. Take a page out of her book, Adeline, or should I say Stingeline. I was so distraught by not being able to afford anything in the market, I just went home, already plotting buying more plants to grow and sell. I was a long way off, but I would get there eventually. Now that my new crops are planted, I finally made my way over to the museum where Errol and Elin were waiting for me.
Skylark, thank you for joining us. I hope you haven't roped Skylark into your schemes, Island. Ooh, I do love a good scheme.
Yes I do, and especially if it has to do with reopening the mines. I was wanting to get my grubby little hands on some artifacts and gems I could sell. Hey, don't look at me like that. I've got to generate money somehow, even if that means I have to put myself in danger. Errol, on the other hand, isn't thrilled and suggests that we should focus on the museum instead.
We are in agreement that the museum should be our focus, Errol. However, with the arrival of Skylark, I believe we now have the perfect person to begin exploring the mines. Weren't the mines condemned after the earthquake? Haha, they sure were.
Oh, so he wants to kill us.
No rewards without risks, right?
Elin, I think I'm starting to see the resemblance between you and Adeline. Anyways, Errol is concerned with safety, citing that there is structural damage and that he has been hearing strange sounds from deep within the mines.
Oh, this got incredibly eerie. Surely you're not keeping the mine shut over some eerie noises, Errol.
Even though Elin tries convincing Errol to reopen the mines, he does not relent and instead promises to revisit the matter when our town rank turns to stone level. Which on his part, fair. I wouldn't want to be the reason why someone got hurt by opening the mines too early. You're not gonna catch me in jail today. After I made my way home, I finally remembered that I was supposed to go to the dragon statue to talk to Calderis. I'm so sorry, buddy. He's been sitting there for the past few days like, where the heck is she? Calderis shows me how to access my skill tree and puts points into whatever skill I want, and who was I to refuse that? Also, I didn't want to get on his bad side, not messing with the dragon god. Nope, not today. I had quite a few skill points racked up from not visiting him, so I chose some nice new skills to help me on my journey to making a ton of money so I can finally decorate my farm. After I finished that tutorial, the tiredness from a busy day finally hit me and I went to sleep, ready to start another day and make some money.
Oh, we're so close to getting more money. I'm like, please give me more money.
In the morning, I discover that Adeline has yet another task for me to do, and something tells me she just wants me to give her free food, seeing as her track record so far is just asking me to do free labor. When I walked into Adeline's manor, she and Valen, the town's doctor, were having a discussion about supplies. After they notice me, Adeline begins to tell me that she is restoring the emergency stockpile, and I have a feeling where this is going.
Could you ship 10 crops to help resupply our food rations?
Okay, honestly, I was expecting something worse, like, I don't know, shipping 100 crops for free. But at least she gave us some seeds, and I still make money from shipping them into town. Maybe Adeline has finally turned a leaf, and that prospect made me super excited.
I'm gonna have so much food you won't even know what to do with it. I'm not gonna give any to March. He can starve.
Not Marge catching strays for me. For some reason, I could not stop thinking about him. Listen, I might have a weakness for grumpy characters. I can't help it. They're like mysteries just waiting to be solved. What is your deal? I went back to my farm to plant my new free plants, and then I realized that I had a request from Juniper I had yet to fulfill, and frankly, I was scared she might poison me or something if I took any longer. So I put all of my efforts into finding a lilac for her. Little did I know, nothing would stop Juniper from doing something to me though.
There you go, girl. Well, Adeline's little request board scheme actually works. I'm impressed. Now, follow me.
Juniper leads me back into her bathhouse, and we stop right in front of her cauldron. But before we can begin our conversation, the town's children burst in, saving me from whatever Juniper was planning on doing with me.
What are you little gremlins doing here? Oh, not the gremlins!
We're following that smell. That super gross smell. If I knew baths could make you smell like this, I wouldn't even try to avoid them. It's like stink armor.
What's in the cauldron is not for a bath, it's for a health tonic. With one sip, you'll be instantly refreshed.
Wait a minute, was she gonna have me drink this? Thank goodness the kids came in to stop her. The kids lament more about the smell, and Juniper adds in her final ingredient, the lavender that I got her. And girl, I don't think one lavender is gonna make an entire cauldron worth the stinky green liquid smell any better, but I love the ambition. After she infuses it into the liquid, it still stinks. Figures. And in a terrifying turn, Juniper tells me to drink it. Why is it always me getting into these situations?
Okay, let's chug it. Oh, that's not good. Oh my God, took out my entire health. She just killed me.
Cool? It's cool I'm lying dead on the floor? And here I thought these kids had my back. With what could only be described as luck, I wasn't actually dead, just passed out. Juniper, probably not wanting a lawsuit on her hand, sent me into the bathhouse to regain my stamina. And when I returned feeling great again, she gave me free 5 visits to the spa to make sure that there won't be any lingering effects. What does that mean? I went to bed that night with anxiety clawing at my chest. Would I die in my sleep that night? Probably not, but if I did, that means I'll get to haunt Juniper in March, so maybe not a bad thing after all.
What is this?
Okay, wait, I was joking about dying, but I must have died because I'm in heaven right now because I get to pick out an animal familiar. I obviously went with a black cat named Edgar after the little bird that sits on my character's head. Then lo and behold, the next morning I had a surprise waiting for me.
Oh my God, there's our cat. Yes, give me my cat immediately. Oh, he said this is my home now. How'd he open the door?
Honestly, the cat didn't even have to ask in the first place. I am not one to say no to the cat distribution system. After all the excitement, I got going on my daily tasks, but then accidentally discovered something hilarious.
Characters that why do I look like I'm about to suplex my cat? What is that?
I honestly wasn't expecting that. That is such a funny feature. Like, yes, I will hold my cat over my head. There is no better way to do this. The other really cool thing is I can make my cat do free labor for me. There's a menu where you can select which job you want your pet to do, and I chose collecting wood after Adeline's project obliterated my wood storage. Though, unlike Adeline, I am paying my cat with love, food, and shelter, so not really free labor if you think about it. Right?
Okay, so museum time. Did we already talk? to March today, just out of curiosity, not because I care or anything. La la la. No, we haven't. I'm gonna go bully him. I'll be right back.
What is wrong with me? I've got better things to worry about. Why am I always thinking about stupid March? The next few days were uneventful, but when I woke up one morning, I got a letter in the mail informing me that I had hit stone rank for Mistria and Errol wanted me to meet him at the mine's entrance. Excited about the prospect of the mines finally being open so I could collect all the shiny gems and ore, I immediately scuttle on over. There, waiting for me in the pouring rain, how long have they been standing there for? Are Errol and Eland, who are still bickering about opening up the mines. And at this point, Errol, just give it up. You gave us your word. Thankfully, he relents.
He's like, yeah. I can see there is no dissuading you two. All right. We shall proceed with the reopening. Be careful, Skylark. The earthquake has revealed cave passages beneath the mines that are not yet explored.
Eland and I walk into the dark cave, and I immediately clock the giant dragon statue right next to us. What the heck is that doing here?
Oh, another dragon statue. This wasn't here before the earthquake. Looks like the statue on my farm. Is this the prince guy?
I have no idea who I meant by the prince guy. I must have been standing in the rain too long and developed a fever and started hallucinating. Eland, of course, runs away to do research on this new dragon statue and leaves me to fend for myself in the mines. But I was finally unleashed in the mines. Nothing could possibly go wrong for me now.
Ah! What is that? Oh my god, 1 damage? I'm weak.
Thankfully, despite the piddly damage, I managed to defeat the monster, but I soon ran into something even more terrifying.
Oh wait, there's copper in here. I gotta go. Actually, I gotta go.
Listen, I'm not a coward, okay? I just happen to know my limits. After my encounters in the mines, I wanted to stop by the tavern to rest. But then I noticed my mortal enemy, March, was somewhere odd.
What happened to March? Oh my god, they're having a party at his house and he didn't invite me? That's so mean.
So what did I do? I went to bed like a normal person would and didn't crash the party. At least that's what I should have done. Note to self, don't crash your neighbors' parties. They will think you're a freak. Also, when I got there, March was gone. So I was a freak and also an idiot. So I quickly left and narrowly made it home before I passed out from exhaustion. Stupid March making me make bad decisions. The next day, I tended to my farm, pushing all thoughts of stupid March out of my head. Though all of that failed when I checked the request board.
I guess I'll give you copper ore. I guess.
Listen, I didn't take it because I wanted to see March, okay? I took it for the money. That's it. After braving the mines again and luckily finding some copper ore because I did not find any on my first time going in, I headed off to March's house, but right before I got to my destination, I ran into Balor.
They say strange things are found in the mines. Strange means rare, and rare fetches a handsome sum. Ah, he's like me. He's a thinker. he's a thinker. He thinks with his brain.
Even though Balor and I are alike, I just couldn't get the image of Balor sneezing in my face out of my head. All I felt when I looked into his eyes was the disgusting sensation of someone else's snot and spit landing on your face. Gross. But I couldn't dwell on that thought for too long because March once again was testing my patience.
You completed my request? Fine, get your reward.
Why is this man so mean to me? I couldn't help it, but the more mean he was to me, the more I wanted to know why. And I also couldn't forget last week when March was drunk at the bar, he was actually nice to me. I needed to figure out what his deal was or I was gonna go insane. Adeline walks up before I can get a retort in and thanks me for getting March extra material for his work. She also says that he should give me an extra reward, like giving me a blacksmithing lesson. Okay, Adeline, you are really proving yourself to me right now. Maybe she feels bad about scamming me earlier.
He's like, no. Sure. Yeah, look at him, he's fuming. Blacksmithing is a craft that takes time, skill, and good materials. With enough practice, anyone can be a passable blacksmith. But a true artisan like myself can take it a step further and infuse the metal with new power. You're not ready for that. Excuse me?
March, one of these days you might find yourself with the word loser permanently branded on your forehead if you're not careful.
Look at him smirking. I hate that. Go on, pick it up. You're giving it to Skylark? How generous, March.
Get got, loser!
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Not Adeline coming in clutch. Maybe we can be friends after all. After March slams the door to his workshop, Adeline and I snicker and say goodbye. I take my newly acquired copper bar and head on home. I sleep great that night knowing that I finally one-upped March. The next day, I finally had shipped enough crops to turn in the quest restocking Mistria's food reserves to Adeline.
Oh, you completed the shipment for our emergency stockpile. Wonderful. On behalf of the whole town, thank you. Now, as you know, funds are a bit tight in Mistria at the moment, but I don't want you to leave empty-handed. You've earned these. Thanks again. We got a bunch of turnip seeds. That's really nice.
I guess turnips are a fine reward. Since Adeline and I had turned over a new leaf yesterday, I was willing to let her lack of monetary payment go. And while I was standing there, I turned in my crafting quest to Rias, and he gave me a quick tutorial on how to use the crafting table. I made a few fences that I was going to decorate my farm with, but before I left, I decided to check out their shop. And I was shocked to see that their chicken coops weren't too expensive, like, at all. I was still kind of broke though, so the prospect of me getting one was still far off, but I was okay with it only because I didn't know yet how cute the animals are in this game. If I knew what I was missing out on, I think I would have marched right up to Adeline and demanded payment for all of my hard work right then and there. I continued throughout my day turning in requests for more money and venturing into the mines for, you guessed it, more money. I actually found a treasure chest in one of the levels of the mine, but I didn't have enough inventory space to carry everything, a problem that I could only solve with more money. Seeing as I only had 86 bucks to my name, things were looking bleak. I would have to deal with my lack of inventory space for a little longer while I saved up my money. If I remember correctly, the bag upgrade is like 500 bucks, so I had a ways to go. After trudging around the mines, I remembered that today was Friday night at the inn, and I was just curious to see if March would be nice to me again, so I went and talked to him just for science, okay? Totally not because I wanted to talk to that freak or anything like that.
Ark, you've arrived just in time for the show. Juniper, I bought you some wine as a thank you for last time. Please, it's for you. This is the most expensive bottle they keep behind the bar. Not even on the menu.
It's delicious. Thank you so much. This is so generous.
Oh, my pleasure. I'll bet.
Skylark, do you think Juniper let me try it? Maybe you could ask for me. What is up with this man? Does he have multiple personalities? Brushing off the confusion with March's behavior, I chatted to everyone in the tavern. I'm still upset that I can't partake in this D&D game. I have so many character concepts. Just let me in. I'll pay you. In vegetables, because I'm broke right now.
I hereby convene the second meeting of the Dragon Guard heist. You're probably wondering what the plan is, Skylark. I sure am. On Friday nights, Raina makes cheese and potatoes. Now we all know cheese and potatoes makes Mr. Valor very sleepy. Skylark, you'll deliver the cheese and potatoes to Mr. Valor along with a warm beer. And then you'll get his keys, Skylark.
Listen, I was on board this plan before I was in charge of swiping something from Balor. That man looks like a thief and he plays a rogue in D&D. I don't think I would be able to steal anything from him and then I would wind up in jail, giving March yet another reason to clown on me, so I am not going to be doing that. Shortly after that, I left the tavern to go to bed. The next day was the Saturday market, and even though I made some good money this week, I still wasn't able to afford anything in the stalls. One day I will buy everything here, mark my words. I walked up to the request board and found out that Josephine is offering a cooking class, and of course I accepted. I love good food, and honestly it sounded like a great way to make some friends in town. Before I can make my way to the class, Celine interrupts me at my farm to tell me that Wednesday the town is holding a spring festival. Apparently the whole town will be decorated with flowers, and there will be special booths selling products, and March will be juggling? Who's the clown now, loser? All I needed to do was gather flowers to help decorate with, and the more I gather, the better the town will be decorated. And thankfully, I won't actually have to go around town digging up people's flower bushes, because every time I collect something, there is a chance of the flowers spawning so I can collect them. So I can do my daily tasks without the extra hassle. After our conversation, I get to work around my farm and start doing my daily tasks. Only on my way home do I notice that March is at Hayden's house, a very unusual occurrence. And so, not having learned my lesson from last time, I barged right into Hayden's house.
Okay, I'm here for the party. I wasn't invited, but I'm here. Oh, this is Henrietta. This chicken clucks at you with a regal air. You're sure this must be Henrietta, Hayden's prize-winning chicken. Oh my god, it's a pleasure. Henrietta pecks the ground indifferently to your blatant attempt to get on her—
what? Okay, I walked into this party expecting to see one enemy, not two enemies. What did I even do? I have got my eye on you, Henrietta. I can see right through through you and your little beady chicken eyes. These are the eyes of a killer, Bella. What I also didn't realize is when I talked to March, I earned his first heart. I didn't realize just how much I was talking to him, and ironically, he was the first heart I gained out of everyone in town, making him my only friend. Which doesn't make any sense since he hates me and I hate him, but whatever. I went to bed that night trying to forget this whole ordeal, but when I checked the calendar the next morning, I was once again reminded of March. Oh, okay. March's birthday is tomorrow. My birthday's coming up too. We have a triple whammy. Okay. And if that wasn't already bad enough, I had another letter from Adeline asking me to participate in her next project. I had thought Adeline had learned her lesson about not paying me, but I was dead wrong. When I walked into Adeline's office, her, Hayden, and Rias were all waiting for me. After saying hi to me, Adeline lays out the plan to restore the old mill in town. And I was barely reading the materials list because I figured that it would be the same as every other time I went out and got materials for her, but the thing is, I missed one very crucial detail. I'll set up a donation box in the door of the mill. You can deposit the materials there and bring the funds to me when you're— wait, the funds? I'm paying for it too? I did not sign up for that. I thought I was just giving you wood. Yahoo, you can do it, Skylark. How about some of you guys pick up an axe and get going too? Oh my God, we're paying for it? They're extorting me. $1,000? Adeline, if there was a jail here, I would send you straight to it because that is straight up theft. While trying to come to terms with what I had just agreed to and being on the hook for $1,000, I remembered that I had a cooking class to attend. I was ready to sit back and relax and eat some good food to forget about what I had just agreed to, but then this happened. Come over here, Skylark. You can help me sort through the produce. Oh no, it's Marge! You've got to be kidding me. This day couldn't get any worse. I stared into the cauldron, wondering just how long it would take to boil me if I jumped into it. Because I would rather jump into that than hang out with March. This was supposed to be my relaxation time. Thankfully though, he left me alone and I was able to prepare my meal in peace. I left after having a good meal and conversation despite March's presence, which was honestly shocking. I went on to do my daily tasks when I remembered that I still hadn't received a fishing rod. And when I went to go buy it, I couldn't afford it. I'm gonna be honest, I was expecting to be given that for free. Listen, how could you blame me? Up until this point, I had gotten everything for free, and I was still struggling for money, even more so now that I owed Adeline 1,000 buckaroons. Why couldn't she just sell her stupid, expensive piano or literally anything in that huge mansion of hers if funds were that tight? That girl's greed will never cease to amaze me. With my remaining stamina, I decided to get a head start on gathering wood and stone, and shortly after that, I went to bed. The next day was March's birthday, and seeing as he was still my only friend, I wanted to give him a gift. I was gonna try and take the high road, you know, be nice to him. But I honestly had no idea what to get that mean, rude man. I mean, what would someone like him even want? So I made my way into the mines. I had to find something he'd be interested in, right? And if not, I'd just give him a bag of coal. He definitely deserved one at this point. Though the good news is, while I was down there, I made it to level 5, which means I unlocked a level for the elevator to go down, so that's something good. I guess thanks, March, for making me go down there for your birthday. Oh, March! Could I just give him some, like, ore? A birthday gift? Did Ulrich put you up to this? Well, thanks. Yeah, I took pity on you. I heard you needed some ore because you're not doing your job. Get got, loser. I love how he genuinely thanked me and I just annihilated him in return. It's what he deserves. The next morning was the spring festival, and when I walked outside, Celine was already waiting for me, ready to collect the flowers that I gathered for the festival, and let me tell you, that was a huge mistake. You'll see why soon. I'm here to pick up all the breath of spring you collected so that we can start the final count. Okay, I gotta run. Hope to see you at the festival. Look at this! The moment you've all been waiting for is here. It is time to announce the 3 people who turned in the most breath of spring flowers. In third place, Skylar, I'm in third? How am I in third? I was working my butt off. I had 20 of those bundles. How are you telling me I got third place? Who got first? Who did better than me? In second place, Errol. This guy who does nothing but sit in the museum got more than me? I smell a cheater. Because what do you mean? And finally, in first place, Celine. This girl did not get first place. No, they're cheating. They're cheating.
She is the one who collected my flowers.
Celine, I should have known. She was trying to hustle me from the moment we met. Of course she would do this. At the moment, I vowed the next year I would defeat her and have my victory. After my crippling defeat, I checked out the rest of the festival, hoping to find some happiness.
You enjoying the festival, bro? Huh? Yeah, I guess. The atmosphere is certainly enough to make one cheery. Oh, toast. Speaking of which, I happen to bring along these 3 hacky sacks, March. That's nice. Maybe you could use them for your juggling routine? I haven't even seen you practicing, so I'm way excited. Oh, I'm not juggling. When Celine asked if I could gather flowers for the festival, I told her I was juggling enough already. I don't know how that turned into me performing. And if one more person asks me about it, hey Marge, are you juggling? I heard you were juggling. Here, take these knives. I got them for you to juggle. It's so exciting that you play, Skylark. It's so awful that you cheated. I'll have to keep my eye on you next year. Look, she's gloating.
I couldn't take being at the festival anymore. My defeat was too crushing. And what's worse is I couldn't afford anything. I mean, a flower crown is $500. Does it come with a Gucci belt? I don't understand this town. So I decided to call it a day early. Maybe since tomorrow was my birthday, something good would happen to me. Who knows? They might throw me a birthday party in town, right? Before going to bed, I finally bought a fishing rod, thinking that maybe I could get some extra money this way. And I gathered as much wood and stone as I could. Though the unfortunate thing is I totally lost track of time and something catastrophic happened.
I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I think we passed out at 2 a.m., so I think I'm cooked. Run as fast as my little legs can carry me. Go, 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 go. Ah, oh my God. Ah, let me in. I gotta go. Oh my God, at least I passed out in my bed.
How much bad luck could one person possibly have? I woke up that morning exhausted. My only solace was that it was raining and I wouldn't have to waste what little stamina I had left on watering my crops. I went into town expecting everyone to say happy birthday to me, but no one had anything to say to me. It was okay. Maybe they were planning a surprise birthday party for me. I spent the rest of the day in the mines trying to mine my sorrows away. And just in case I missed anything, I stopped in the inn thinking if they were going to throw a surprise party, that would be the place, but unfortunately, no secret parties nor birthday cakes were found. Okay, so here's where I got desperate. Because I gave March a birthday present and because we were friendly, I thought he would at least wish me happy birthday. But I went and made things 100 times worse for myself.
Where's March? Is he sleeping? Oh, it says I can talk to him. Hi. Do you normally come into people's rooms uninvited? Is that a thing where you're from? He's like, you're weird. Oh, March, you're so funny. I'm not trying to be funny. Get out.
Why am I like this? I went to bed wanting someone to knock me upside the head with a mallet to put me out of my misery. Maybe I chose the wrong career. I should have gone to clown school instead. The remnants of yesterday's embarrassment clung to me as I went about my daily tasks. Thankfully, only March was aware of my embarrassment, and does anyone really listen to him? I dove headfirst into my work, and because of my successful depression mining day, I was able to upgrade my watering can at the blacksmith's. And I did it all on my own without the help of Stinky March.
Is it just me, or are you getting more skilled? Oh my God, he's complimenting me at breathing down my neck when I'm working.
Look, as I'm writing the script a few months after I stream this, I still don't know what to say. My brain's empty. The man cooked me alive with that one. My neck hurts from that emotional whiplash because I genuinely thought he was going to compliment me. Trying to forget yet another embarrassing moment, I turned my attention to fishing. And let me just say, I love Mistria's fishing mechanic because all I need to do is click, and my little bird brain appreciates that. And I was so distraught that I actually forgot about going to the tavern for Friday night hangout. So I missed out on all of the dialogue. My bad, but hey, could you blame me? How could I turn up after having that terrible day? The next day, deciding that I had enough of not having any inventory space, I went to go buy an additional bag. But do things ever go easy for me? No.
So now I'm curious, can I get, oh, bag upgrade is $1,000.
$1,000 for a bag. I'm not even surprised at this point. I decided to dedicate the rest of my time trying to scrounge up enough funds for that bag because your girl is tired of her piddly inventory space. Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you guys. There was a gap of time between streaming this, and when I came back to stream this, I had totally forgotten that I was saving up for extra bag space. And I instead spent a few days collecting resources and upgrading my gear to copper level. All good things to do, but I thought I would say something before anyone got confused on why I didn't get the bag upgrade sooner. I'm just super forgetful, but could you blame me for getting distracted in this game? There is so much to do. The thing is, while I was forging new equipment, I happened to eavesdrop on March's conversation and find out his dark secret.
Oh, don't shoot the messenger, March, but your roots are showing. Dang! Ugh, I hope Vera's at the next Saturday market.
I think I finally have your character figured out, March. He's just jealous of me. Remember in his room all of his trophies he has? I'll bet he used to be the talk of the town until I showed up because I've been literally lifting the entire town up all by myself. I'm looking at you, Adeline. Now that I had March and his fake hair figured out, I was on top of the world. He couldn't bother me anymore. That is, until I checked my mailbox the next morning.
Hey, what do you mean? Okay, everyone calm, everyone stay calm. It's just March. He's stinky. We don't like him. Skylark, meet me at the blacksmith's and don't keep me waiting. March. I think I will keep you waiting, actually. I have work to do.
Yeah, and I wasn't kidding either. I literally went about my day and got so distracted that I forgot about March's letter. Like, sorry, March, I got some rocks to bash and pretend they're your face. The next day, though, I finally decided to stop torturing him and stop by his house.
I didn't think you'd actually show.
Okay, well, that's rude.
I took my time, but like, that doesn't mean I wasn't gonna show. That was a little presumptuous of you, March. I hear you've been making yourself useful around town. Everyone only has good things to say about you.
Okay.
So I guess this is where you apologize for your bad attitude, right? Ha, not a chance. Okay, well, we both know what's actually going on here. Yeah, you're jealous because I'm a real redhead and you're a box dye redhead. Yeah, you're jealous. Oh, please. You're in way over your head. You come out here, no money, no experience, and you think you can just fake your way through running a farm? Yeah, actually, because I'm smart, unlike you. And now everyone in town acts like it was you who won the first place blacksmithing trophy 3 years running. What? This is what this is about?
This is a man who peaked in high school and hasn't let it go. What do you mean first place blacksmithing trophy? What does that have to do with me? March, did you accidentally bonk your head instead of the metal you were forging?
It's all fun and games now, but the second things actually get tough, I'm sure you're gonna ditch Mistria and all of its problems. Jealousy is an ugly thing, March. Yeah, gotcha. You think you can hack it for the long haul? Here. Oh my god, he gave me a gift? If you fail, you can't blame it on a lack of help from me. Who knows, maybe you'll surprise me. I'll be keeping an eye on you. Ooh, and I'll be keeping an eye on you. See you around, Skylark.
I was drowning in confusing emotions when I headed on out, pocketing my newly acquired tool, but I noticed something unusual about it.
He gave me a special. What is this one? Lightweight copper hoe. Tools with this infusion occasionally drop stamina orbs on use. Oh my god, that was actually kind of a goated gift.
Why the heck would he give me this but also threaten me? It made no sense. Rather than figure out March's intentions, I decided to finally turn in Adeline's quest, seeing as I'm now rich enough to do it. Look at me having 8,000 bucks. Not for long though, because I still need to pay Adeline.
Okay, so I'm not the one building it. I'll give credit where credit is due. What's his name? Is it Rias? You deserve some of the funds too. I'll let you go here for free. But everyone else, especially Adeline, you need to pay up if you're going to use the mill.
And I still stand on that. Everyone can do it for cheap, but you, Adeline, you got to pay me 3 times the standard price. This is what happens when you make me do free labor. You reap what you sow. Now that the mill was complete, I could finally make animal products. If only I had some animals. So I went to work to remedy that. The only problem is my resources were completely wiped out due to Adeline's biblical level of greed. But the one resource I finally had more than enough of was money. And And do you know what I finally remembered to do? Buy myself that bag upgrade.
Bag upgrade, 1,000 buckaroons. You know what? I'm gonna buy it.
Things were going so well for me, and the future planning of my farm had me so busy that I didn't even notice how much time had flown by. I was fully invested in this game. The story, the setting, the characters, even though some of them had tested me, they all had my heart. It was so easy to fall in love with the world of Fields of Mistria. So when my last day of spring passed, I was sad that this video had to end because I had so much more to do. I barely scratched the surface of everything you can do in this game. But that doesn't mean that I've stopped playing it. On the contrary, I've been playing it way too much. I even made another save that I've been playing on the side when I haven't been streaming it. I am well and truly obsessed. I wanted to say a big thank you to all my YouTube members and Twitch subscribers for supporting my channel. It means a lot to me. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And if you made it this far, who did you romance in Fields of Mistria and why? Because I am too nosy for my own good and I like to read the comments. And if you would like to participate in my upcoming videos, I stream on Twitch and YouTube every Monday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time if you would like to join the chaos. But that's it for now. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.